Despite the presence of water, this seems like the last place on Earth you'd expect to find anything resembling a fish.
There's a bit of a sort of an overhang here. Might try down here.
I've been told to look out for caves where people may have taken shelter.
This looks a perfect place for, imagine it's pouring down with torrential rain. Here you'd be perfectly sheltered. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Look. These are animals, four-legged animals. There! Right, so here we go. There's creatures here. There's several of them. They all have a head, arms, and a tail. You don't have to use your imagination. It just leaps out.
These paintings of human-fish hybrids could be 50,000 years old.
I'm now taking in more detail. So they all have a head, two arms, torso, and then a tail, like a fish tail. But there's other things going on. There's a wavy line forming a bit of a semicircle. That could represent the surface of the water. So you've got most of them just under the surface, and then you've got a few that have come through. What I've often found, looking into stories of water monsters, very rarely does anything come out of nothing. It lends credibility to what I've been hearing lately. It's tantalizing. There is something that is real on a certain level.
The paintings suggest that mermaids have been part of the culture here since the times of cavemen. Is it possible that tens of thousands of years later, these same beliefs live on?
I'm now in the town of Zoar, and what I really want to do is find one of the older people, one of the tribal elders, who would probably be one of the best people to tell me what stories are there that have been handed down about creatures, strange things living in the water.
The descendants of the Khoisan Bushmen who inhabited the caves at the time of the paintings still live in the area today. And I've been given the name of a community elder.
Hello, are you James?
Yes.
Hello there, I'm Jeremy.
Good day.
Good day, nice to meet you. I've been hearing about a belief or a tradition that goes back a long time about mermaids.
According to certain older people in the community, they have had actual sightings. One of them claimed that she actually saw this phenomenon. There was this movement. The water actually parted as if something was moving within the water. They actually got frightened because there was this gust of wind that shook the bushes and things. This phenomenon actually caused water to splutter, and some of the water fell on this one lady's arm. She had marks on her forearm.
And so this was a movement they saw in the water,
Yeah.
And there was the sound like a wind, but they didn't get a clear sight of what it was.
She
Yes.
said that,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay.
That could only have been the doings of a mermaid. It is said that yearly the mermaids will come and they will take a youngster to live with them under the water.
James's story is significant. The mermaids here are seen by some locals as dangerous creatures that might take children. I'm on the trail of the dusky cob, a fish I believe could be behind a series of mermaid sightings. And I've hooked into something big.
That is going. We have a fish. This feels quite a good size. Might need to come along this side here, swimming upstream. Oh, it's a kick. It's off again. This is going to be an interesting fish, I think. We're in about 15 feet of water. It's going down under the boat. I think it could be quite handy to get the anchor up. I'm starting to worry a little bit now because this fish is on this gear. It's taken a while to come in. There's a risk that the shark will just come and chop it in half, which we don't want. It's going to surface, it's going to surface. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Running again. Leaders in sight, leaders in sight. You can see the fish. Okay. We have it in the boat. We have it in the boat. Dusky cob. This is what I was after, and it's a good sized one.
Dusky cob spend most of their life in the sea, but also migrate into rivers. At just over 5 feet long, this shimmering fish is easily woman-sized. Mark, my guide, has already confirmed that cob have a red reflective layer in their eyes. So have I finally got my hands on the silvery creature behind the mermaid mystery?
So I'm thinking for some of those stories at least where people claim to have seen a supernatural creature, a mermaid, breaking the surface of the river, I actually think this real life, flesh and blood creature was what they saw.
The belief in a creature that's half woman and half fish is deeply rooted in South African culture. Over the centuries, it has been endowed with supernatural powers and blamed for disappearances and even deaths. This fish demonstrates that there may be real-life creatures behind the stories, hidden away in dark waters, that are every bit as marvelous as the myth.